The dates when World War One was fought. It was fought between 1914 and 1919. Hi everyone, today we will study the United Nations. So it took a heavy toll of life and property. Okay, so everyone was affected. Almost the whole world was affected in such a war, World War One. Such a vast destruction took place that the people thought to form a world organization which could prevent any more wars. Now the World War One brought a change in people's mind. They thought that okay, we will prevent more wars because wars are bad. Okay, now they understood that wars are bad because it affected a lot of people. Okay, but this organization could not do the job assigned to it because the Second World War erupted in less than 20 years. So in less than 20 years, the Second World War erupted. Okay, so the Second World War was fought from 1939 to 1945. This destruction caused in the war was many more times of than a first war. The first war led to a lot of destruction, but the Second World War was more destruction because Hitler and Mussolini, who were fighting from the sides of Italy, was joining over here and from the Germans. So they took sides, and then it was a lot more destruction. Over 5 crore of people lost their lives and many more were crippled. Okay, that means they were affected. The destruction of property was unprecedented in human history because by the time most of the countries had developed a weapon of mass destructions. The deadliest weapon was the atom bomb that was used over here. 2 atom bombs were dropped on the Japanese cities Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killing or crippling all the people and destroying everywhere there. Need for urgent peace was felt. So people thought that yes, we need peace. So in fact, efforts of restoration of peace were made ever since the start of the war. So the effect. So the efforts culminated in the establishment of the United Nations or the UN. Okay, in 1945. So in 1945, when the World War ended, when the Second World War ended, UN was formed. Okay. So what was the birth of the United Nations? So after the World War II, many nations of the world wanted an organization more effective than the League of Nations. So the League of Nations failed. Okay, so they wanted a more effective organizations which could ensure that these wars would not take place in the future. So the representative of 51 countries, including USA, the Soviet Union, Great Britain, France, China, met in San Francisco and formed one such organization known as the United Nations organizations on 26 January 1945 and also signed the Charter of UN on the same date, which leads the objects and the principles of the organization. Now, every organization has such objects and principles. So, this Charter of UN was also that list of these objects and principles. This organization formally came into force on 24th October 1945. Now, next. Okay. So now, right to marry as what were the what were this chapter provoking? Right to marry as per one's choice, right to get educated, and right to employment as per as their ability and their choice. Okay, right to equal compensation for equal work by men and women. Okay, equal compensation means give equal funds. Okay, to them. The United Nations has been trying the best to implement this human rights with the help of member countries. It is working sincerely to help the human race in growth and development. Okay, so it's a world organization, the whole world participates. Okay, UN flag. Now the UN flag consists of a map of the world viewed from the northern pole. It is surrounded by 12 olive branches. The olive branches are a symbol of peace. The background color of the map is light blue. Okay, this is the flag you can see in the picture. Okay, UN. The UN has 6 official languages used as intergoverning meetings and documents. These are Chinese, English, French, Russian, Spanish, and Arabic. Now, what are the achievements of United Nations? The most important achievement of the United Nations that it has prevented a possible third world war. Okay, United Nations has prevented the third world war. The UN and its agencies are active in every country of the world, paying more attention to the poorer, less developed nations and to the areas of the people affected by war, civil strife, drought, or famine. It is encouraged to research in medicine and helped in preserving the environment. Okay, it has been successfully in reducing poverty, illiteracy, and diseases in many parts of the country. It also plays an important role in arms control, particularly in the use of nuclear bombs. So now, this weapons are developing more and more, and we also have the nuclear bomb in our hands, and if we throw it, no, it will burst, and almost the whole world will get scattered. So they are preventing this use of nuclear bombs, judiciously using the nuclear bomb. Okay, so has this page the same thing? Okay. So now next they are what they are doing, they're peacekeeping. If no world war has taken place in 1945, its credit should no doubt go to this United Nations. It has successfully negotiated a number of situations in which countries could not have resorted a war. The UN sends the peacekeeping forces to prevent bloodshed if there is any war in any part of the world. These forces try to bring back peace and save lives. The UN peacekeeping vehicles are always painted white, and the soldiers wear the UN blue beret. The soldiers not only serve their own country, but they also serve the people of the world. So this was our video.